from field to fridge. Hi, I'm Captain Cool, Maersk Line's reefer specialist. Have you ever, just like Maria here, wondered how the food that we eat each day stays so fresh, even when it may have traveled halfway across the world? Well, wonder no more, and let me tell you the story about the fascinating journey taken by Maria's apple, from field to fridge. It is a story about how Maersk Line and our customers secure the best commodity quality by working together through the different stages of the journey. During the journey, we are one team with responsibility switching between the customer and Maersk Line. And for Maria's apple, it all starts in the fields, where the customer cultivates and harvests crops. So, let's meet Smith and his wife, Granny, who own an apple farm in New Zealand. The cultivation and harvest, of course, are their responsibility. Just as they are responsible for keeping the apples cool until they are placed in Maersk Line custody. This is important because transport by reefer containers will not improve the quality of a product, but simply maintain the current quality level. Before any commodity is even placed in a reefer container, however, first contact between the customer and Maersk Line is made. This happens when one of our sales representatives meets with a customer to understand the customer needs and determine if a Maersk Line product, in this case a reefer container, would provide value to the customer. Once a customer enters into an agreement with Maersk Line, he or she requests a booking with a customer service agent. At this point, it's very important that the customer service agent knows which product is being shipped and its characteristics before responding to the request. Because if the customer service agent does not ask the right questions, then we risk accepting a booking that cannot reach its destination in an optimal condition. This is because each perishable product has a practical shelf life, which is the time that a product can live from harvest until it is considered unsuitable for sale or consumption. Our responsibility is to use our specialized knowledge of product shelf life to guide and support customers to select the optimal transport solution. When a booking is accepted, the next step is to prepare the reefer for shipment. This is just like a standard car rental service. The car, or a reefer container, is returned by the previous customer, and Maersk Line operations will ensure that the reefer is cleaned and, if needed, repaired. They also make sure the unit is set according to the next shipment. This step is completed with the help of the customer service agent, who describes the booked settings to the operations colleague, based on the specific product being shipped. At this point, the clean and prepared reefer is ready to be stuffed. Stuffing is done at the customer's location by the customer. Customers, however, may need guidance on how to stuff a reefer properly and can find detailed instructions on our website. The most important points to remember are that customers should always keep the reefer completely dry, respect the red load lines, and cover the entire floor to ensure the right airflow. When the reefer is stuffed, it is time to transport it to the port. Either the customer or Maersk Line does this, and depending on the transit time, a genset, that's the generator that powers the reefer when it's transported by truck, may be necessary to maintain a steady cargo temperature. On a side note, for merchant haulage, it is the customer's own responsibility to order gensets. But customer service agents should always inform customers of the consequences of not having the reefer powered in longer transits, which, as you can imagine, is the product going... When the reefer arrives at the port, Maersk Line Operations connects the reefer to a power supply and loads the reefer onto the right vessel. Other than that, operations should only react on the rare occasion a reefer is left behind, in which case they will contact customer service, who then informs the customer. Once the reefer is on the vessel and during ocean transport, the crew rechecks the reefer settings and has the responsibility of ensuring that everything is all right throughout the entire voyage. A voyage like this is thoroughly planned by Maersk Line trade managers and operations colleagues, and sometimes includes several transshipments before it reaches the final destination. At discharge, operations takes over once again, preparing the reefer container for the final stage of the journey, from the port to a warehouse or the actual stores. This is completed by either the customer or Maersk Line and can be done in various ways, including barge, rail, or truck, depending on which option is better. As a door-to-door shipper, Maersk Line can always support the customer by arranging such transport, thus ensuring that the product is always easily delivered to the appropriate store, from where it will ultimately end up in the hands of a consumer such as Maria. So, this was the journey from field to fridge. To sum it up, we've been through the field, sales and customer service, operations, stuffing the container, pre-carriage, the voyage, and in the end, delivery to fridge. But if you want to know more about reefers, just take a look at our website, where you'll find all the information that you need.